Hello. This is a short, high intensity yoga workout. Be prepared to get your heart rate up and perhaps sweat. There's no warm up here, so I encourage you to be all warmed up before we begin. All you need is a mat. If you have blocks handy, they're useful for one exercise. If you don't have them, I'll give you modifications so you can still do it without any props. Come onto your hands and knees and let's begin. Coming into tabletop, lift one knee up and touch the elbow. Lower it back down and switch sides. Just begin here, knee to elbow, maybe knee to shoulder. And of course, anytime throughout the practice you need to rest, just pause where you are, catch your breath, and then continue. Just keep walking here. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Have your toes tucked. Lift your knees up off the mat and hold. Slowly lower them almost down to the mat and lift them back up. Don't touch the mat with your knees. Come on, almost down, and then lift back up. Almost down, and lift back up, and down, and up. You might feel your core working here, or your upper back, your shoulders. And last time, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up off the mat and walk your feet forward to your hands. Turn and face the side. And this is where if you have blocks, you can use them. Otherwise, just place your hands right on the floor. So bend your knees. Both knees are bent. Feet together. Take your left foot behind and cross it over to the right. Back to center, right foot to the left. Back to center and go. Really keep that middle leg bent as much as you can. Try to tap lightly. Maybe add a bit more movement. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Lift the blocks aside, bend your knees, and come up to Utkatasana. Keep your knees bent as much as you can. Step the left foot out to the side, keep that right knee bent, and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Right leg out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Pause. Now alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that middle leg bent. And pause. Here. Come to the front of your mat and fold forward. Place both hands on the mat and step one foot back and then the other coming into plank pose. Breathe here. Lower your knees almost to the floor and come back up. Almost to the floor and come back up. Just isolating movement in your knees. Last time, lift your knees back up and lift up and back to downward facing dog. Just take a couple of breaths here, reaching one heel down to the mat and then the other side. And now walk your right foot to the middle, lift your left leg up in the air behind you. Bend that knee and bring that left knee to the left elbow. Back up, left knee to nose. Back up, left knee to right elbow. And one more time, left knee to left elbow, nose, and other elbow, and back up. Now bend that left knee and step it forward between your hands. Inhaling, lift your arms above your head. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your left knee bent the whole time. Bend the right knee and step it forward. And back, forward. Just keep stepping it back, and when you come forward, right knee is bent. Really support your body with your left leg. 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Fold forward, place both hands on the mat, and step back to plank. And lift up and back to downward facing dog. Lift that right leg up, bend that right knee, bring it forward to the right elbow. Back up, knee to nose. Up, knee to the other side. And repeat. Now, lift that leg up, step that right foot between your hands. Inhale your arms up. Right leg stays where it is. Step that left foot forward to meet the right. And back. Keep your arms up over your head or hands to your heart. Breathe here. I lost track of counting, so add a couple extra to be sure. 3, 2, 1. Pause and fold forward. Place both hands on the mat. Step back to plank. Bend your elbows and lower down a little bit. Come back up. Lower down without touching the mat. And come back up. One more time. Back up. And lift up and back to downward facing dog. Now from down dog, come forward to plank slowly. And hold. Back up. And come forward. And back up. And forward. And up. And forward. And up. And come to plank one last time. Now roll onto the outside of the right foot. Left foot can either go on top or step the foot in front and lift your left arm up. Either way. Come back to plank. Over to the other side. Back to plank. And over to the other side. Back to plank. One more time each side. Final side. And back to plank. Lift up and back to downward facing dog. Look past your hands, bend your knees, and step or hop your feet forward to your hands coming up in Uttanasana. I'm sure breathing now. Hope you are too. Inhaling all the way up. Standing. Hands to your heart. And release. Come and face the front of your mat. And fold forward. Bend your knees. And come up to chair pose. Hands to your heart. Coming into skater's pose. Take your left leg. Step it behind your right. Back to center. Right leg behind. Back to center. Always keep your legs in the middle. Bent as much as you can. And begin. So you can start here. Just keeping your feet side by side in the middle. Or if you want more intensity, take a wide step. But keep each leg, it's not behind each leg in front. Keep it bent. Feel free to add the arms and breathe. any version that's right for you. 3, 2, 1, and pause here. Bend your knees, you might feel the burn, and fold forward. Come to the front of your mat. Place both hands on your mat. Step your feet back to plank. Last sequence, roll onto the outside of one foot. Lift the arm up. Center, other side. Moving with control. Really using your abdominal muscles. Find your breath. Last one this side. Come back to center. And lower your knees to the mat. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the mat. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Take a breath here. Bring your arms out to the side. Slowly rise to standing. Lift your arms up over your head. Hands to your heart. And release. Now be sure to cool down. You want to get your heart rate down naturally and gradually. I hope you enjoyed the practice.